Hello, Matty coming at you with another Planet Coaster episode. Thank you for joining me, welcome to the video, and welcome to the most impractical, unbelievable, unrealistic park in the world. So we've got a couple of new names on the walkway, so we've got Cakes Tea. Now apparently I am pronouncing that wrong, but I prefer Cakes Tea. Makes you sound like a rapper. Infamous rapper, Cakes Tea. It's like X Factor. I'm presenting Cakes Tea! So, yeah. Apparently Cakes shot himself 8 times just to prove that 50 Cent was a wuss. So, yeah. And then we've got Wang Wai. I have no idea how to pronounce that, so I apologise if I've butchered that. And then we've got Lad Makes Things, who is the Lad Makes Things, but I couldn't fit the on. So apologies. So let's zoom down this entrance. I've put more Christmas trees going down here just to make sure that people can't see what's going on the left. Through the entrance, past Snake Pit, past Treehouse Carousel, past the shops, which are a little bit busy. But I can't put any more shops in because you guys said that I had to have one lot of shops on this side of the park with the toilets on the other. So this is your guys doing. That's your fault, not mine. Past the floor is lava and onto our first new attraction, Singing in the Rain, suggested by Aiden DW. I actually really like it. I like how it's next to the floor is lava. They can get really hot on that and then come and cool down on this. And I actually really like the design as well. I think I might even take this moving forward into a different park later on. Obviously tone down the water so it doesn't drown them. But I actually quite like it. And then we've got this absolute monstrosity of a building here called Clock Tower. Now, that's actually wrong. That is supposed to say that the clock tower was made by Wang Wai. I just haven't changed that. But I found this on the workshop. I think like kind of it ends there. So what I did is I just copy and pasted it all the way up. And this is one of them observation tower rides that goes on for ages. It goes on for so long. Not a single guest has been on it yet, not one, despite the fact that it's been open for months. And then awesome camera work there, Matty. And then we've got these aliens up the top made by infamous rapper Cakes Tea. So let's hop back down again. I want to show that at night as well because it looks really nice at night. So let's go whiz past the entrance, join the Discord, like and subscribe, usual. And we get round to Rick. So I've done a bit more decoration around Rick. I've done this beautifully themed station. Really nice. Happy with that. And unfortunately, I've had to put a path here connecting to the toilets because I had about 1,000 guests all stuck there. So I've had to put this path in just to connect it to there. Hopefully I can re-delete it again later on, but the guests are still using the car ride regardless. Then we've got our Brush Daily toothbrush there. We've added on Coaster Creations in the West Midlands onto the planet there. Still need to do some stations for this. I'm thinking I might actually do some different theme stations for like kind of around the world, so like kind of maybe do like a Japanese themed one and a American themed one, a British themed one. I don't know, I'm just toying around with the idea at the minute. But let's walk down this path here and we come to our new coaster. Now this was suggested by the Lad Makes Things. He said do a spinning coaster that doesn't actually spin. So there we go. It is open, but the guests don't really tend to come on it. I mean, I don't think it helps that half my guest count is probably stuck on the monorail. So that probably doesn't help matters. But we'll go for an orbit point of view ride on that in a minute when we read the comments. So let's go behind Song of Ice and Fire. Over here, and we come to our other new coaster. Now, as an overview, this coaster looks really good. No coaster supports on it, as suggested by Tommy CM to do a coaster with no support, so I've incorporated a couple of different ideas to this. Now, this ride does have a couple of problems. First one being, no guests come on it at all. In its lifetime, it's had 30 guests. The second problem being this. So I popped it into test mode just so we can see what's going on. Let's get off that menu. What are you doing, Matty? So it goes up the lift hill, and then it stops. And then it goes back to the station again. So that was a bit anticlimactic. Now, this idea was suggested by Theme Park Thrills, and how I've done this, I've actually built 2 coasters. So that is one, the boomerang, that literally goes there, and then when it ends there, this is actually a second coaster, but with no station. And the third and final problem with this coaster, now I did not do this intentionally, I promise, I only noticed this just before I started editing this episode. Now I'm not going to say why there's a problem with it, because we have younger viewers, but use your imagination. Now that was a mistake, I promise. Now the younger viewers are probably thinking, well, what's the matter with it? Keep that innocence, keep it. Everyone else, all the older viewers are probably laughing their heads off at that. Well, there we go. And then we've got our new flat ride called SciFi No SciFi. And this was actually suggested by, again, Dan's Theme Park, but this was back in episode 3. He said take a flat ride that's got a specific theme, i.e. sci-fi, and theme it to something different. And I took this ride and it seemed themed to sci-fi, and I thought, no, not on my watch. I'm not having it. So I themed it to an adventure ride. So we've got all this excavation digging site here and everything, and all themed to adventure. So yeah. And just before we have a look at the comments, I just actually want to show you the nighttime point of view, because I've actually been working really hard on the night lighting. I mean, I think Clock Tower looks amazing. I think that looks really, really good. And Singing in the Rain as well, it's got some really nice lighting as well. I've gone back to my tinted faded blue lights, which I really like. And I put some pink lights under just a tribute. And then just all around the adventure area is these fire torches. Some basic lighting under this coaster, which doesn't have a name yet. And this here is more just a filler at the moment. I can probably fit another flat ride in there, possibly. But we'll see. But shall we get into these comments? I probably should have had the comments open before I'd started. Right, here we go. Wow, loads of comments this episode. What shall we do as we wait? We need something to have a ride on. Let's go for another ride on Rick again, but let's do a orbit point of view as it goes around, just so we've got something to do. So no. Oh my days. There we go. Wow. Let's put it on an orbit point of view. Let's zoom it out so you can hear. So you don't hear the coaster going around. You can probably hear the boing, boing, boing in the background, but should be fine. So let's go through these comments. So Silex says, that's exactly what I wanted to say. It's stupid, but in a good way. Completely agree. Dan's Theme Park says, okay, my challenges are too easy. Now this is referring to a conversation that we had on Discord. Build a kiddie coaster with the worst stats you can, then add a massive multi-looping coaster right next to it, then theme the whole thing to a PC that is blowing up. As you said, my challenges are too easy. Okay, I'll see what I can do. Jazzy P says, maybe you can do a coaster that starts and does a loop on top and goes around so it does an up circle then finishes. Not actually quite sure what you mean with that, Jazzy, but given the fact that we live together, I'll just ask you. Tommy P, hey, Tommy P's commented, first time he's commented on a video. Says, great, love it. My suggestion is a tunnel of love, but it's actually a scary dark ride instead of romantic. I really like that idea. Generally the love tunnel things are like kind of log flumes, so I might do that. Alden Towers Resort Magic says your park is very good, thank you very much. Diamondite says, very good episode, make a super large building and put a hammer swing on top so when the guests are on it they look like they're going to fall off. Great idea, Diamondite, I'll do that. PJB Studio says, fantastic episode again, make a coaster where the ride is most unsmooth coaster ever, so really rough and jolts a lot. Yeah, can do that. Quite similar to Just a Tribute possibly, but we'll see what we can do. Web Gaming says this theme park is awesome. I had another idea. Everyone loves a good water coaster. Why not have a coaster that goes under the water? You can do that, and that's got 4 comments on it. Unknown Games says, you stole my idea. Ah, right, okay, so I might say that Unknown Games, so he can go on the Walk of Fame for that. PJB Studios again says, love the lava sign. Completely agree. Bone Midget Slayer did an amazing sign. I absolutely love it. And then PGB Studios again says, all I can say is about 10 laughing emojis. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Randomator Media says, loving this park, keep up the good work. I'll see if I can come up with some more ideas. Rob. Yep, do that, Rob. Johnny Bear 84 has an absolute essay for me to read, so strap in. He says, oh my god, those signs are amazing. Park is turning out brilliant and the cake actually turned out awesome too. Yeah, I agree. I really like the cake. I have a suggestion, but it's okay if you want to skip it because I don't know what sort of impact it would have on your piece count, or maybe you wanted to use the assets in a future project. However, with that said, you remember those Die-Hard and Avengers Tower buildings you had hanging around in your editing park? Was thinking maybe to import one of them, your choice, and having a viewing platform somewhere at the top with access for the guests granted by an extension of the chairlift you got out on the lake. You could also not use either building and just build a new one from scratch, but I was sort of thinking to keep the required amount of time needed down to a minimum. Plus I think both buildings could add to the sheer randomness of the park as a whole. I really like that idea. I might actually see what I can do with that. I am currently on 64% on the park, so we are starting to get to the point now where we start thinking about what we're doing, especially given the fact that this park currently has 26 rides. So yeah, I will have a look at that. Coaster Creation says, brilliant episode again. How about a coaster that is just airtime hills in and out and back layout, nothing more, just airtime hills? That's not a bad shout. I could even incorporate that into the water one at the same time. Planet Plipcam says, perfectly executed, well done sir. Unknown Game says, I never expected to get rickrolled in Planet Coaster, laugh out loud. You should build an underwater roller coaster. With these videos, expect the unexpected. I like to surprise and keep people on their toes. Tommy CM says, haha, very cool Rick ride, works really well with the colours and style of rides etc. Spinning coasters are best ridden in chase mode. If you need to see anything, that's what I've learned from my Men in Black spinning coaster. Great job, Matty. Thank you, Tommy. Planet Plipcam says, the udders, with lots of laughing emojis. And Snipe says, I just got Rick rolled by Matty. You did indeed, Snipe. So, some great suggestions from everybody once again. So thank you ever so much everybody for all your amazing comments once again. I will see what I can do. I think there's a couple of ideas there I can all merge into one big thing. Not sure when I'm going to do it. I might even do it up that top corner possibly, because I need to start. I don't know really. I don't know. I'll have a play around with it. But in the sense of keeping this video down a bit shorter than previous episodes, which is what I'm wanting to do, I'm going to close out the episode. So thank you ever so much for watching everybody. Thank you for all the comments and suggestions. Stay safe, take care, don't forget to join the Discord, the link will be down below, and I will see you on Friday for the next episode. Goodbye!